So I am stupid and I don't deserve to live because of that. So I need to tell you some backstory, because I have technically found peace within myself and felt good about myself, but as I suspected, that happiness wasn't forever. And I now have a new insecurity within myself, and that is that I am stupid, too stupid to live, and that I just don't get it. You see, I have been very frustrating about dating advice that people have been giving me and that I have seen online. Like, for example, it was the just be yourself. There is someone out there who will accept you for who you are. I did that. It did not work. Just put yourself out there. I did that. It did not work. Don't take rejections personally. You just weren't the right person for them. I did that. It did not work. Don't care about what other people think. I did that. It did not work. And much more. And so I started this channel where I would basically bash at all the dating advice that I received, so that it wouldn't ruin other people's lives the way it ruined my life. But now I'm starting to realize that apparently this horrible dating advice has indeed worked for everyone, except for me, because I am this idiot that cannot understand even if you tell me the most exact thing. I feel like when you are trying to show how the computer works for an elderly person, and you're like, you have to click the icon twice, but no matter how hard you try to tell them, they just don't get it. I feel like this is me. No matter how much dating advice and other advice you give me, it just doesn't work, because I just don't get it, because I am too stupid to understand this. And people have said that it's because I am on the spectrum, and when you are on the spectrum, it is way harder for you to understand things, and you can take advice too literally and stuff. But this doesn't make me feel good, because if anything, it makes me feel that the fact that I am autistic means that I was not meant to thrive. I was not meant to reproduce, have a family, ever find out what it's like to be a father. I was not meant to live, and I deserve to die. I deserve to get a Darwin Award for my stupidity. But now I have realized that all of this dating advice is not gonna work if you cannot be a good person. You have to focus on being a good person first, or at least pretending to be one. Which I did. But now I feel like I am stupid for not understanding this before. And a lot of people will probably tell me to not be so harsh on myself, because I was just a kid, I am still young, I still don't understand how the world works. But here's the thing. Most people at my age have already been in at least one successful, loving, or a serious relationship. They have figured things out, how to date. So even if they are just as young and immature as I am, they are still smarter than me. And even if I should not be that harsh on myself, it doesn't matter, because other people are harsh on me. I want to, for example, tell you a story with an Iranian girl, a Persian girl I met a few months ago. I first saw her and I was like, she was good looking, and I was like, oh damn, she's good looking. But then she was studying psychology, and she said she is interested in knowing how people think and how people work. And this was also my interest, and I was like, hey, I also have this interest. And I thought we would click so well. And I want to make something clear, because a lot of people will probably assume that I was just attracted to this girl because of her body, and I was just interested in sleeping with her and I was seeing her as an object rather than a person. No, I saw her as a person. She had a similar interest to mine, and I feel like we could, even if we wouldn't date, we would be some really good friends and talk for hours about psychology, you know? Because I am interested in this kind of stuff. However, during that whole evening that I was with her and some other people were there, she felt like she genuinely disliked me. Whenever I spoke, she answered in the most like annoying voice imaginable. I once said that like, yeah, what I have realized is that people will judge you, people will have negative opinions of you, they will think bad things for you, and the way you kind of solve that is to be nice to them. And then she was like, I disagree, you have to focus on yourself and do the things that make you happy. And then I was like, yeah, you cannot be a people pleaser, but also you cannot be too selfish, because I did that and it ruined my life. And then she was annoyed and she was like, I guess there has to be a balance, you know. Another time, also that evening, because she was interested in psychology, and so I wanted to give her this like revelation of why some people are really hard to convince, and I tried to explain like the psychology of people in general. And when I was explaining that, she started whining and being like, oh no, it's gonna get personal. Bro, I was not talking about myself. I was talking about how people in general work. And even if I would get personal, I basically trauma dumped like my entire psychology to another girl like a week ago, and she seemed more fine with that. But once again, I was not being personal, I was just explaining human psychology 101. She thought I was being personal and she had something against that because she had something against me, which I think was the case, because later me and my friend asked for her socials. She gave it to the friend, but not to me. And then I saw her during a party, but she did not see me. She was too busy kissing a guy this whole time, and she did not even look at me. And I feel like she was so annoyed with how stupid I was. She was the moment when I said, yeah, you cannot be selfish because I was that and it ruined my life. She probably was thinking, oh my god, how can someone be this stupid? How can someone fail to realize that there has to be a balance? Now, it's not only the Persian girls that was annoyed at how stupid I was. The comments I have received under my videos did not help, and they really confirmed how stupid I am and how much I don't deserve to live. For example, there was a video where I talked about how Andrew Tate's advice will not help you get in like a good relationship and become a good version of yourself and be successful. I received a comment that said, I don't know, man, his advice helped me a lot, changed my mentality and frame of mind a lot, mostly regarding to mental strength. He gave me a blueprint of how to think about things in a way that ultimately benefits me. But then again, bro, you look like a complete dork. No haircut, dirty clothes, and you talk like a nerd. So I don't see what's wrong with his advice. It sure doesn't seem like you applied any of it. Did you hear that? Andrew Tate, an alleged human trafficker who makes a lot of sexist jokes. He apparently helps people get into healthy relationships and stuff. He just did not help me because I am a fucking dork. In another video, I talked about the whole thing about what do you bring to the table, and I said that the problem with thinking what do you bring to the table is that it leads to you oftentimes overestimating your own value, and so you actually have to show what you bring to the table and not just think what you bring to the table. I received a comment that said, "Sounds like a lot of projection. There is nothing at all wrong with the phrase. If you're overestimating your own value, that's your problem." So yeah, apparently nobody is as stupid at understanding such things as I am. In another video, I recommended 5 other self-development YouTube channels that I think are good. The comment I received under that video was, "Maybe you should start watching them." What do you mean? How would I be able to recommend them if I haven't watched them? I am so stupid. I am such a fucking sponge. I get the best life advice ever, but I am so ignorant. I am so incompetent at learning anything. I am the worst student that people still assume that I haven't watched them and that I should watch them. This MF is AI generated. Can't believe he is real. Oh yeah? Is it because you can't believe someone can be this stupid? Ever watched Tyler from Real Social Dynamics? He is quite autistic and it took him really long to get it. And he had to make some really painful realizations about himself. He was so out of touch that he was portrayed as the villain in the book The Game. But eventually he figured out the type of games that worked for him and became one of the best game teachers in the pre-Me Too era. Maybe that's what I am known for. I am the new Tyler. But if Tyler managed to figure things out, then maybe there's some hope for me. At least this comment gives hope. Unlike the next one. This will be the new YouTube murder. What do they mean by that? That I'm gonna become like a school shooter? This kind of comment makes me sad. It basically makes me think that there is no hope for me. Like, if people truly assume that I have some horrible mental health issues, like, it's really sad that people just assume, just brush it off and are like, ah yeah, this is gonna be a school shooter, rather than actually trying to help that individual.
It's really something to see constantly how many people are dying for lack of an encouraging word. And how easy it is to provide that if you're careful. You know, give credit where credit is due. And to say, you're a net force for good if you want to be.
Now, the reason why I am so insecure about all of this is because, first of all, it's 2 reasons. First of all, I started this channel at the beginning because I wanted to help other people. But it feels like I won't ever be able to help with other people. I won't ever be able to help other people when I am literally the worst student in school. I want people to learn from my mistakes, but it feels like no one ever makes the same mistakes as I do. And it makes me feel very lonely. It makes me feel like I am alone in this world and that everyone is smarter than me. Why did I have to be this stupid? And because of my stupidity, I made a lot of girls uncomfortable and stuff. And I just cannot live with this. I have caused so many bad things because of my stupidity. And maybe there is indeed no hope for me. I am meant to ruin my own life. I am meant to destroy myself and go down a destructive path. But before I do that, I want to do some good deeds. I want to make other people happy, so that at least someone can have some fond memories of me. And I know you're not gonna believe that I am actually trying to make other people happy when you watch a video like this, when I am being very bitter, hateful, and just angry and stuff. But here's the thing. I am putting a smile on people's faces outside of the internet, in real life. Or at least I am trying to do that. And I have tried to do that on the internet. I have made a positive video, for example, titled How I Found Happiness. That video got like no views. The only videos that get views are videos where I hate myself. Because people on the internet, they don't want me to be happy. They don't want to see positive stuff. They don't want to see videos where I can make someone happy. People on the internet want to see videos where I hate on myself, where I talk about how much I deserve to die, where I am negative and complain about me and the world, and when I give off some serial killer energy, because the internet is a toxic place and this is what boosts the algorithm. Now I know there are some people on the internet that do appreciate me trying to make them happy and stuff. For example, Jacob Flexin, shout out to you. You are cool. But you have to understand that I want to turn this YouTube thing into a job. I want to get monetized so that I can afford getting out of the hood. And for that, I need more subscribers and I need more watch time. And perhaps the only way to get that is to be more negative, is to hate myself on camera and stuff. But if there is a better way to kind of boost the algorithm and stuff, please let me know. Thank you.